Just days before her confirmation hearing, President Trump coming to the defense of his pick for CIA Director Gina Haspel, amid reports that Haspel offered to withdraw her nomination over concerns about how her involvement in the enhanced interrogation program would reflect on the agency. President Trump attempting to bolster support, tweeting, "My highly respected nominee for CIA Director Gina Haspel has come under fire because she was too tough on terrorists." Think of that. In these very dangerous times, we have the most qualified person, a woman, who Democrats want out because she is too tough on terror. Win, Gina. Joining me now is Missouri Senator Roy Blunt. He is Senate Intelligence Committee member and Vice Chairman of the Senate Republican Conference. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. I don't know if you've heard the comments that are opposed to Gina Haspel, saying that this would be the first time the Senate ever approved someone who had an operational role in torture, and that would be a new low for the Senate. How do you respond to that?
Well, I think Gina Haspel is the best prepared person ever to be nominated for this job. I think in the Oval Office, she would always be a fearless advocate for the facts. You've got to look really hard to come up with some reason why you wouldn't want this person to be confirmed to head the CIA. Obviously, she's been in that agency for 30 years. She's done many jobs, including acting director now and deputy director before that. She's just perfectly qualified. I think you have to really make things up to come up with a reason why you wouldn't want her to run the agency.
Senator, with respect, though, I mean, they're not making that up. They're saying you have to look hard to find something. Well, they object to the fact that she oversaw that black site where they were doing waterboarding, regardless of the fact that it was an approved technique at the time. But that is their reason. How do you respond to that specific charge?
Well, I'm not sure how much of her background we'll be able to talk about in the open session. I hope a lot of her background will be able to talk about, because she's done a great job in the agency. In terms of the things that the CIA was told to do and told were legal to do at the time, that's, of course, what you'd expect the CIA to be able to do. I think she's actually, more than any other person that might be nominated, likely to ask the tough questions about, are you sure we've covered every base here? Are you sure that the Justice Department has come up with the right conclusion? Because that's exactly what the CIA was doing. Whether she was personally involved or not, I don't have any reason to believe that. I do know the one thing that she personally did in terms of the tapes was something that she's been totally cleared of. She drafted what she was asked to draft, had no reason to believe that would be the document that her superior would use to destroy those tapes. And there may have very well been good reasons for superior to decide that there were people involved in that that was the best thing to do, but it didn't go up the chain of command like Gina thought it would. Okay,
well, let me, you talked about her also being the person in the room who is going to, check all the boxes and check all the bases no matter what she's being told. Former CIA director on Face the Nation this weekend, Michael Hayden, said this.
Gina Haspel is the one woman I want in that room when everyone else will be going into north-south Autobahn and saying, "You're right, boss." Gina Haspel won't. She'll be dedicated. Absolutely not.
Does that sound like the woman you know?
I agree totally with Mike Hayden on that. I think she's a person who'll be more than eager and willing to speak truth to power. I think she's a person who will have the facts that we have available, and she's going to be arguing for what we know, and that's the job of the CIA. The job of the CIA is not to make a lot of decisions about what we should do. It's to be sure the president and other decision makers know everything we know, and she'll know that and be able to convey that in a powerful and effective way. And by the way, this is a great message to send to the men and women who do these tough jobs for us all over the world.
Yeah, because she was a field officer, a case officer, and that really says a lot. Senator Roy Blunt, thank you.
You bet.